Welcome back to You Live. It is 6:30 on a Monday evening, which means it's time for the book review with Lily from Unity Books. How you doing?
Hi, I'm well, thank you.
You're well? How's your week been?
It's Monday.
The 7 days previous.
Prior
prior
the
to
week prior.
Yeah.
Good. A week like, I don't know.
Okay.
I could never sort of pull myself back in. It's either like all or nothing. We'll be here for like an hour.
All right, so we'll just go with good.
We should skip that. Yeah.
It's been a good week.
It's been a good week.
Awesome. What are you reviewing this week?
So this week I'm reviewing a book by Tom
Ooh.
McNeal.
Now, I do judge books by covers. That looks like something my sister would read.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is the amazing... this is the amazing thing about this book. Do you want to do a little... criticism of the book cover? Oops.
You know, doesn't it look like something Oprah would recommend for my mum?
This is actually an Oprah book club book.
Mm-hmm. But she does have good taste as well, eh?
Well, but what's really interesting about this is that it's all of that. It's like the paradox book, so it's all of those things.
Okay.
It's a book that your sister would like. And
Is it schmaltzy?
No, not at all. And it's also a book that Oprah likes, but it's a book that's got critical acclaim. Like, there's a quote on the back from Richard Ford. Somehow this book manages to turn itself around and become something totally more than the sum of its parts. It's quite amazing.
Okay.
So I first started reading this book ages and ages ago, and the first half of it, what it is, it's a love story, and it's a kind of a reflection, a lot of it, on the relationship between Judith, who's the protagonist, and Willie. And they had a relationship when she was, her first relationship was when she was a teenager. Mm-hmm. He actually also writes adults, young fiction.
Okay.
So this is an area he's quite comfortable and really good at addressing.
Yeah.
And the first part of the book is about Judith in her life currently. So she's like in her 40s and she's kind of disenfranchised. She lives in LA.
Oh, God, you would get disenfranchised if you're 40 and you lived in LA.
Totally, and she's an editor, and she married a banker, and so she did kind of all of these really cliched choices. And in a way, the book, you're like, oh, this is a really cliched book. You're following all of these plot points that are just so sort of basic. And at that point, I got really tired with it, and I actually, to be honest, I gave up.
Okay.
And then, after a while, I decided to come back to it, because I remembered that it was a love story, and I was like, hold on, surely there might be something in here. And I normally never give anything a second chance. People included. So I came back to it and I was like really surprised when I got into the second half, which is the retelling of their relationship and when they were kids.
Oh, okay.
And this happened in Nebraska, so he sets it, the first part of it is you take it way out of LA. Like LA is kind of, I'm sure amazing to go to, but really trashy in terms of reading a novel, like, you know. But then you go into Nebraska and the whole atmosphere and the environment changes. And what he can do is just kind of really slowly stoke the story. And he doesn't kind of, the author I mean, he doesn't play to anyone else's game, so he's not trying to be bright or brilliant or clever. He's just kind of naturally telling the story.
Yeah. But that's so nice when people, the authors and writers, try not to show, they don't try and show you how good they are at writing and just write well.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a big difference.
A really wonderful story.
Yeah. And
then because of this, by the end of it, you're just like, this is not only an extraordinarily wonderful and engaging story. You go back over it and you're like, I can see what you've done there, but it's not too clever for itself. It's not really clever.
And so you can just push through the first half if you don't like sort of cliched romance novels, and then all of a sudden, awesome.
I'll tell you a little bit more about the second half and the second half of this piece because I wanted to go for a break now. Now.
Song, music.